Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. No matter where you run or where you hide, you will be mine. Let's rock.
Hello everyone, welcome to Doodle Chill.
I live for this. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of finale, I will never feel no fear. First the reaper gotta catch me. I don't care who got the next crown. I'm the true and living right now. Thought you lived to see my last breath? Go ahead and put your best down. Run with the wolves and we unify. Hungry enough to eat you alive. We never breaking formation. I live and die for this crew of mine. Been to the bottom, dehumanized. Found my divinity through the fire. Pushed through it all and I stood tall. That's cause a legend can never die. I'm unstoppable, yeah. Here I come, I'm unstoppable, yes. When it's done, I'll be the one. I'm unstoppable, yes. Here I come, I'm unstoppable, I'm unstoppable, I'm unstoppable. I'm here to stay for the long run. You'll fade away before I'm done. Like it or not, I'm at your door. Open the gate cause here I come. You undefeated with no scars. You must have came here to earn some. Before me you never knew no loss. I'm happy to give you your first one. I came to go for the gusto. You in the trench with a cutthroat. Bring me your best, I'ma crush those. Ballin' like I took a blood oath. Feed off the pressure that's in the air. And smell of it thicker than gun smoke. I persevere when the end is near. Watch as my destiny unfolds. I'm unstoppable, yeah. Here I come, I'm unstoppable, yes. When it's done, I'll be the one. I'm unstoppable, yes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Doodle and Chill. And today with me I got, as usual, Michael Beacon. And we got, the other side. Our guest, Steph Dumet from Slaughtered Kingdom. My buddy from the same, neck of the wood. So, let's go in the chat and say hello to everybody. We got Coleman, another one from our neck of the wood. Saturday boys, what's up? What's up, Scotsman? That's another Ink Slayer, another one of the colorists on the Natverse book. And we got Edwin the Ace. What's up, buddy?
Yo.
So yeah, let's start with watching the trailer of the video of the campaign right now. The campaign got funded, which is congrats, Steph.
Yes.
It has what, 3 days right now, right? What, 3 days?
3 or 2.
We'll see when I'm done with the video. I'll go back to the campaign. But hold on, I did one boo-boo. Forgot to share the audio. Give me a second. The new settings in StreamYard. Boom. And there we go. This is a video for Slaughtered Kingdom.
Mike Wason here from my shadowy garage in the middle of nowhere, Midwestern Kenosha, Wisconsin, USA. Here to invite you to throw a couple of dollars at a little something I've been working on for a long time with my brother from another maple-slathered mother, Steph Dumet, up in the Great White North at Bloody Door Comics. That little something is called the Slaughtered Kingdom. What the hell is the Slaughtered Kingdom, you would correctly ask? If you grew up with comic books like the OG Ninja Turtles, Dead World, Faust, if you grew up playing video games like Splatterhouse, Castlevania, it's every sugar high induced big box video horror sleepover you've ever had in one tasty black and white package. It's a classic story of boy meets girl, Monsters fuck up boy and girls party. Boy rips them to pieces in order to get girl back. That's the basics, kids. But there's so much more. You can tell because I'm waving my fingers around. It's just so much more. What more? Well, you're going to have to read the book to find out. In order to do that, you got to pay for it. But trust me, you want to pay for it because it's that good. I'm sure that your mom and your dad and your clergyman and your spouse, they're not going to like this book. They're not going to like you for reading it. But if that doesn't encourage you to get it, I don't know what possibly could. Use Kickstarter. Check out the tasty samples. Check out the bitchin' rewards. Throw down a couple of bucks. You will not regret it.
And 70 hours left, so about 2 days.
Yep.
102 backers. You're now at $4,000.
Yep.
And let's get backing. I'm sure if you haven't backed it, go check it out. Steph is going to tell us a bit more about it. But one of the things I want to tell you about Steph is he's been publishing comic books for a very long time. You want to tell us more about it, Mr. Bloody Gore Comics?
Sure. Yeah, I've been doing comics for a while now. My publishing house, Bloody Gore Comics, I started back in 2012. But it was initially to keep my Zombie Commandos from Hell series going. And that was started in 1999. And that was my first big series. I was even drawing comics before that. I was doing like zines since high school. So
yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah, I was. I wasn't even doing like nicely printed stuff yet, I think. Or you saw the Zombie Commandos, yeah.
I saw the beginning when you were telling me about it. You were starting to publish them yourself and stuff like that, and then we met at the fanzine, and you showed me your fanzine, and that's how we met in 2011.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Expozine, I think we met.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing a zine called Raisin Love Comics.
Yep.
And that was like an offshoot of what I was doing back in high school. Doodles and drawing people putting the school on fire and stuff.
That's where your Twitter name comes from.
Yeah, and the name is it's a funny story. It was just because back in the day we were playing Dungeons and Dragons, playing this game called Ravenloft, and my friend's kid brother kept asking us, "What's Raisin Love? You're always talking about Raisin Love." And we laughed, and we started telling him it was the name of a killer in the woods behind his house. Just a comic about that. And I said, "This is what he looks like." We freaked him out, and I did like a whole bunch of comics about that. That's how it started. The name sounds silly now, but it stuck.
It stuck, yeah, I know. And Bloody Car Comics, it's your publishing house. And
I started this to like I was saying, because I had troubles with publishers before. At least for Zombie Commandos. So I said, I figured I'll just do this myself. And,
but you were one of the guys that taught me into doing it myself as well. Like, I'll give you credit for this. That's what we're meaning by this. Like, I was doing my fanzine, and we were all trying to get an editor back there.
Yeah.
And we were talking, me and you, and that's when the discussion came in. And like,
I was saying, like print on demand, the internet, all these things makes self-publishing easier, and even distro, like getting distribution. You don't, I mean, it helps, but you don't absolutely need it if you sell online. And now we have stuff like Kickstarter. Like, you introduced me with my current Kickstarter. That works really well as well. And then I have all these books for conventions. Conventions are always great. So I mean,
we're gonna get back into doing them soon.
I'm sorry?
So we're gonna get back into doing them soon.
Yeah, I did a few smaller events, but looking forward to well, I'm going in April to Quebec City. There's the independent zine section. I don't know how that will go because my stuff is English and Quebec City is pretty French, so we'll see.
Yeah, no, been there.
Yeah.
But I think did you reserve your space for the Festival La Bédaine Montréal?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's going to be
reserved.
good. That was good.
Yeah.
There.
That works really well. Yeah.
And I left a note saying that I wanted to be next to you with maybe Remy.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Very nice.
Yeah, because they say leave a note of preference or something like that. I'm like, can I be next to my buddy? But one of my favorite series that you did was Zombie Commando from Hell.
Yeah. Well, that's not over. I just put it aside to do other projects, but I still have one final issue to draw.
Yeah, the reason why I bring it up is because I see they're there, so people check them out. Like I like his work, but this Zombie Commando from Hell is one of my favorite that I got into his stuff. I like his Renegade 9000, I think it is
900.
900. That's pretty good. I can't wait to see Slaughter Kingdom. But that's the one that I got hooked to his books. It's the Zombie Commando from Hell. It's a really fun read. Like it's the
there's
different version of a zombie.
Yeah, there's 8 books, and I did some spin-offs like prequels, and it's a nice little universe.
I even have a piece in the Blood Queen one, Rise of the Blood Queen.
Yeah, and there's a card game.
That's true. I saw that. Yeah, you kickstarted it, right?
Yeah.
How many Kickstarter did you
if you click on the games and toys on the top there, you can see it.
Games and toys. And
so it's completely based on the series. All the artwork, all the characters are from the books.
Yeah, and it's great. Like I like your bad guys in there. The entire universe, I really like it.
Thanks.
It's very like 2000 AD. Like it's one of the things that me and Steph, when we meet up, we geek out like for a long time. Like we could talk for hours and we geek out about 2000 AD heavy metal horror movies, sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
And that's definitely like the love of his horror stuff. And that's why we bring it back to the Slaughter Kingdom. It's not his first horror thing. He eats, he drinks horror. He's got a publishing house called Bloody Gore Comics.
It was funny when I was thinking up of the name, because I initially started with the guy who was doing. I'm blanking out because it always happens to me.
That's okay.
Adam Gayer.
Okay.
We were brainstorming about the name. I was like, I want something like the Death album, Scream Bloody Gore.
Mm-hmm.
I said, screw it, let's just call it Bloody Gore Comics.
Yeah,
keep it simple.
You also publish anthology with a whole bunch of creators in it too.
Yep. Yeah, that was a nice success. The first one is in its second printing. I have to reprint the second one too because I ran out of copies. It's my bestseller.
And didn't you have Vigil do a few things for you too, Tim Vigil? Because we have a lot of fans of Tim Vigil.
Oh yeah, he did. He did my character, the Blood Queen, in one of in the Blood Queen book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Renegade XSL, that you're saying that your next project is going to be the third one. So after you're done with Slaughter Kingdom, you're doing Renegade XL 900.
Yeah, I already started working on it. Yeah. As I was doing the Kickstarter for Slaughter Kingdom, I started working on my next book because I don't launch a Kickstarter until the work is actually done. Because I like to have like something ready to go once the campaign is over. But I started work on XL 900 issue 3, and I actually added more pages than in the like the thumbnails and stuff. It's gonna have more pages, so I'm pretty excited about that.
And I like the monochronic type of coloring you did to it.
Thank you. I was experimenting. I tried different stuff. Like the first go, I went like really full color. I went like, this is too long. It takes forever.
Tell me about it.
And when I was just testing out like dual colors like this, I was showing it around. People were like, "It looks good," and I was like, "Okay, I'll try that."
Yeah, it has that retro look that your art also brings us back to. Like it's very like like the covers of KLMF, KLFDM that we're both big fans of.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time I see their cover art, I think of you. There's another guy that I like really as hard that he does my stickers. I don't know if you saw. There's a guy called 6 a.m. that does my stickers for my campaigns, and he has that metal sluggish type of look as well. And that's
Nice.
exactly what I told him. Like, dude, you have that style like one of my friends, but different. Him is more cartoon, right? I'll show you later. But
Okay.
it's the same style of retro style that I like so much. That reminds me of that, like I said,
Nice.
Metal Slug and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like the big outline around it, and it's detailed but still simple. You know what I mean?
Okay. It's funny you brought up the KMFDM covers because I became friends with the artists on Facebook, and we talked a bit about the art, and he said he's not even into the music. That's disappointing.
Oh, dude, there's a few songs I like a lot. Like, it's one of the things I was telling, like, I was showing Dave the other day. He's like, did you ever know what KMFDM means? He goes, what do you mean? He goes, I wondered for a while until I fell on an album. I was wondering what the hell KMFDM meant. And it's kill motherfucking Depeche Mode. It's like true. He starts laughing, but it's in the song. I know it's not but it's in the song. And they all start laughing.
They're self they laugh at themselves because they said that in the song because that's what people were saying before. But it's not even that.
Oh, it's their name, I think, because that's what they did when they changed their name to do
majority. When
they did MK, the other band that did, it's their initials, I think, that they place. Yeah, I just thought it was funny that in the song when they say that, and I just like to say it to people and see their reaction. So now that we kind of like surpass or survival or went over your career, I'd like to mention one more thing. He worked on Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
That was a nice gig.
Yeah. Back in the days, like back when, I think it was when they were still gritty. Yeah. Mirage. Yeah.
Yeah. Back when Peter Laird was still the owner of Mirage, before he sold to Nickelodeon, he was still, he had full control over it. And he had like his classic artists and writers like Jim Lawson and Steve Murphy. And the stories I illustrated were written by Steve Murphy.
And how many did you do?
I did 2 stories, 2 issues, and I did some like they call it frontispiece, like a splash page in the beginning of issues, in a few other issues. But what I'm proudest about is the full issue with the cover that I did.
Yeah, I remember you showed me a few of it. Yeah.
That was pretty cool, but it all came to an end when he sold the
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
But it's something to be proud of.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's
always cool to tell people, oh, I worked on Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, even if it's an issue with you,
Yeah.
And you did it when it was still a bit the greedy Ninja Turtles. Right?
Well, I mean, by then they were already. This was back in 2009, so they're already like big and commercial. But the comic series was like a direct follow-up. It was canon with the very first issues.
That's what I'm saying. That they were still like in the greedy old style of Ninja Turtles with all the same bandana.
Yeah.
Eating pizza, drinking beer, and violent.
Yeah.
Like we like them. I have all the books there. So, what is Slaughter Kingdom about, and who's that buddy of yours? He's very sympathetic and likable.
Yeah, he's likable. I guess I can say I met him online because he was doing stuff for Rough House Publishing. We got in touch. It's funny because people ask me that. I forget the exact moment when we first talked, but he was like throwing ideas about doing like something for Dead World, and I was on board for sure, and that never came about. But then he got back to me about this project, and when he showed me like some of the concept art from another artist, Steve Kane, and like the premise of the story, I was like, oh, I really want to do this for sure, 100%. This is right up my alley.
And what's the story about?
It's really strange. It's because there's
It does look like it.
there's like an aspect of it that's rooted in reality where there was a teenage boy and his girlfriend, and some trouble happened with her stepdad. There's a preacher. That's all like real world events. But then it bleeds into this weird nightmare reality where the boy becomes this beast called the Lamb, the guy with the mask and this shards in his skin. And there's all these monsters who are like ancient gods. And it's really hard to explain it without giving it away too much, because this is the first issue. And I mean, I could just tell you the whole story of the first issue, but I think that's enough of a teaser. There's a lot of info on the Kickstarter page too.
Here
And
you have the
there's,
characters.
Yeah. And there's even there's like a section in the book where it's like newspaper clippings of the events.
Those are the 2 variant covers that you got?
Yeah. So I did the one on the left, and Jake Zion, he came up with the other image, and I was like, oh wow, I was so amazed. I was like, would you be interested in having this as an alternate cover? And he said, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. And you have the die cut sticker.
Yeah. I wanted to do the logo. I really wanted to make it look like a band logo.
It works.
Yeah. I had fun doing that. I like designing the logos for my books.
I like this one here.
Oh yeah, I had fun with that. Yeah.
Like I said, he really likes the gore, and he has something about those holes in people's skin.
Oh yeah. What's the word? Trypophobia?
Trypophobia, yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to play at us. We call it Swiss cheese.
I started this like way back in high school, drawing these like textures, and this was because of Jeff Gator.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this artist. Well, he did the cover for my first anthology.
Oh yeah, the
zombie eating the babies.
Yeah, the zombie, the baby, and the twist. Yeah.
Yeah. So this
you got a lot of flack for that one. I remember.
Oh yeah. Well, this artist I discovered way back when I was in high school, and years later I got in touch with him, and so I got him to do that cover. And I told him like it's almost my trademark doing these weird textures on my zombies.
Yeah. Like if you don't do it, we'll be disappointed at this point. It's like the Mignola Knuckles.
Oh yeah,
you
that's true.
Recognize Mignola's knuckles, even in a Disney cartoon. It's Mignola because of the goddamn knuckles.
Yeah. Well, that was part of the challenge of my Renegade XL900 book, because it's not zombies, so you don't get that texture there. But I tried to make up for it with a lot of wires and pipes and electrical wires.
Like it's your trademark on zombies and undead and stuff like that. But that's one of the things I was checking in the thing. Is there's no triple.
It's still violent.
Yeah. It's a good series. Check it out. It's available on his website. I put the link in the chat, guys, and the campaign is in the description and also in the chat. You have a T-shirt also available.
Yep, I'm wearing it right now.
You have original art page. Do you still have some available in the campaign?
Yeah, there. Most of them are available because I haven't sent out the surveys yet. Some were bought before I even started the Kickstarter, so those are gone.
And you can get also the extra comics on the campaign.
Yeah, what I tried differently with this campaign is usually I put down specific titles. But I figured I'll just do like a special deal and just put them in the survey, let people pick what they want.
Thanks, Coleman, for sharing the link. And hey, Fanta, welcome to the stream. check out his book. I'm pretty sure it's your cup of tea. As you can see, she's a bit of a horror. So go check out his books. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in your cup. So let's go. Pretty much covered everything here. So I can go back to the sketching a little bit. Is there a specific perk that you would recommend people to jump on and check out?
Well, of course, the original art is fun, but that's a bit pricier. But I mean, the T-shirt looks pretty rad, so that's a good one, and you get a lot of stuff with that. It's the Nightmare tier, so you get the T-shirt, you get the fridge magnet, you get the book, you get
Nightmare
prints.
tier.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Oh, it's further up.
All gone. Sorry.
Right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
That one.
You
So
get a
you
bit
get-
of everything. The prints I have. I'm just gonna, because I received them already.
See, I'm not kidding. He's been doing that for a while. How many campaigns did you run so far in Kickstarter? I think you're like up to 10, I think, or something. Not more?
Oh no, 5.
5? Really?
It's
I thought
only
you were more
5.
than that.
No. I helped people with their campaigns,
Okay.
but the ones that I manage all by myself, it's just these. When I say just these, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. Promoting is another job. Then you have to do the book, and then you have to plan everything and organize and get your supplies and order the book. You know,
Making the book is the easiest part.
yeah, it's hard work, but it's the easiest part.
Yeah. The most energy consuming one is promoting it, spamming people, getting people on board. It's a lot of work.
You also
Yeah,
have
I
Rise
get
of the
some-
Blood. One hose
Yeah,
a rip.
I get some artists that I admire. I get in touch with them, and sometimes they say yes to doing work for me.
So, if you were going to recommend something on the website right now to go look for the first thing for somebody to go discover what you do, which one would it be? Me, I said my piece, but you.
Yeah, well, Zombie Commandos is a nice full universe. It's pretty detailed. There's lots of books. If you just want a sampler, I would go with the Blood Gore Comics anthology with the gruesome cover there, the blue zombie eating the babies. That's always a nice
Yeah, where is it?
a nice go-to. It's yeah.
There you go. That one. And like I said, you get a lot of flack for that one.
Oh, yeah. I got there's like some pages feature women having sex with demons, and it pissed off some people. One woman actually like took a photo of her burning the book and sent it to me, and I was like, I guess I should be honored that it affected you so much.
Thanks for being a
I'm
loyal customer.
flattered.
What's that?
You go, I'm
Thanks.
flattered. Thank you.
Thanks for being a loyal customer.
It was already paid for.
Yeah. It's not like you're losing money.
But it was a nice little not publicity, but it had people talking, so that was nice.
There you go. Here's a little
Very
sketch I
nice.
started last time. I'm probably gonna finish it inked after because Mister said he's gonna put it in the book. So
Pressure. You know, I realized this is more up your alley, this guy, because he's more like a bit like a beefcake.
bit of a berserker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think that's the one I did? I looked at all the characters like, oh, I want that guy. Guy has a
Because,
whole bunch of shards in him and swords and shit. I'm like, I want to draw this.
Because what's different about my Zombie Commandos book is that the zombies are extreme, but the humans, I try to make them like somewhat realistic. So you don't have like all these superhero types. They're like post-apocalyptic people. So it was fun in this drawing like all out weird shaped people.
Yeah, but it's one of the things I was saying too. The fact that I was telling somebody before, it's like one of my friends was doing a zombie book before with The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
and it was the same type of approach to it, where it was the zombies are horrific, like to the point that there's some of them are like Nazis. They have the Nazi suit and shit like that, similar suit.
Yeah.
But the humans are also fucked up, as in like they're also the monsters. Like some are good, some are monsters, and that's the aspect that a lot of people like about The Walking Dead. But Steph had that in his book prior, and the fun part, if you're a local, it all happens in our area in Montreal, Quebec, and all that stuff.
Yep.
But it's really freaking cool.
Yeah, I did it on purpose that so that the like the heroes, there's all these factions and all of them are mostly assholes except for the scientists. Like the scientist faction, they're I guess they're the only good guys in the story because the two main heroes are like a cannibal biker.
Yeah.
and the woman is from like a slave how do you call it? She comes from like a militia and they use slave labor. So she's evil too, in a way.
And she likes to piss like a man.
Yeah.
That's I always
Oh yeah, that one issue, yeah. That was funny. And
that was hilarious.
And my favorite character, the Blood Queen, well, she's super evil. She's just batshit crazy.
And another thing that's fun about that universe is there's cyborg, there's robots. It's not just like, oh, there's humans and zombies. No, there's an evil giant. There's a big cyborg in there. Yeah. It's
cyborgs, mutants,
enhanced zombies.
Yeah,
a bit like those. What was there? There's movies of those Nazi zombies with all the implement and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me of
Universal Soldier.
About Universal Soldier, but I'm talking the undead German zombies or something like that. There's a whole bunch of ice. It's all like it'll come up. There's a whole bunch of them, but there's it's all like undead zombies, but they're Nazis. So then there's a movie that I watched where they come from underwater. There's a whole bunch of them. There's
yeah.
I just can't remember the names for the love of God. But you know me, I like horror movies as well. But I'm a big sci-fi dude.
Yeah,
I love gore. and I think I delivered a lot of gore in that Blood Hunt comic.
Yeah, you're good. You're good with the violent content.
So, we'll check out his book. That's for sure. Steph's a great guy, great artist, and he's been doing this for a long time. So, go check out his book. He's going to deliver, and you won't be disappointed. Go check out.
Always deliver.
Do you have a bundle for all your on your website for all the Zombie Commando from Hell?
There's a Zombie Commandos bundle that includes the prequels too.
Did I have the prequels?
Well, the prequels are the Blood Queen and the Conquest of the First Colony. I don't think you have that one because that came out just like 2 years ago.
So I don't have that one. So we're gonna have to resolve that problem.
Yes, you will.
Because here's my previous Steph Zmek collection.
Nice. Yeah, that cover with the boobs is out of print.
Yeah, the Zombie Commando from Hell collection. These are the trades. Then I'm going to fall into the floppies. All of those are the floppies. So I have the full series, but now I just learned that I have one missing.
Yeah. Oh, do you have the crossover? The versus Psycho Hunter?
The crossover?
Yeah, that one came out a while ago.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
No, so I only have one missing. So
yep.
We'll
what's special about that one that's missing? I wrote it, but someone else drew it.
Really?
Yeah.
Who drew it?
Mike Bowman. He did stuff for a whole bunch of my books.
Okay.
He's in the anthology.
Wait, you didn't feel like drawing it?
When I had that story written already, I was already working on Renegade XL 900.
Okay.
And I figured, hey, maybe I could ask someone else to draw it. So it worked out nice. And he's a great artist.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna grab a copy when we go to Festival de BD.
Yeah, I'll have everything. Some of my titles are out of print. Spore Horrors and the second anthology. I mean, I could reprint them now, but I'm busy. I'm already busy printing new books, so they'll have to wait.
You're already printing the other book, or you're printing others? Because I know you're publishing, but a lot of you're publishing more than just yourself at this point.
Yeah, exactly. At the same time as I'm printing Stoddard Kingdom, I'm printing another new book called Hellhole. Okay. And that's from Jack Mulkern. If you go on my online website, you'll see a book called Goatfucker, which is sold out. And this is his follow-up book.
I like the title.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the Goat Simulator joke.
So that'll be another new book, and then there's the Elizabeth Bathory book that I mentioned earlier, which is a translation from Spanish. Thank her for buying it.
Who bought it?
Oh, the lady who burned the book. I bet he's talking about.
Oh.
Okay. And he's laughing at the title too. Coleman's probably gonna go visit you and buy a few things at Festival de BD. I told him about you, and you saw your books. He's like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, when I do conventions, sometimes I have to hide some stuff from children's eyes, and then when other people come over, I bring them back out.
You have the adult section and the eye for everybody.
Yeah. I've had this. It was an issue sometimes. Like people say, aren't you limiting your audience? And say, well, I'm not limiting it because this is the audience I want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had the same answer because people were asking me why I do the tits and ass, right, or are very violent. I'm like, I'm sorry, I grew up with heavy metal and all that stuff, right? I like those independent comics. That's what I want to do.
Yep.
Like if you say that it limits me, I'm like, well, I'm not doing it for kids.
Nope.
Like if you want to grab my IP, like let's do like the Ninja Turtles. Let's do a child version of it and have fun.
Yeah, I don't mind doing it once in a while, but if it's like something I'm doing on my own time for myself, I'd rather just draw what I really like.
And it's you might get inspired eventually to a story that has nothing to do with gore neither. Like it's not everything has to. You don't have to do everything. It's just if I'm gonna do a sci-fi with a merc, it's gonna be violent, and there's probably gonna be some tits and ass. Right? When you read Blood Hunt, there's a lot more gore in there than there is in Not the Merc. There's violence, but there's not as much gore. While Blood Hunt was gore, like the guy gets his face shot off, and you see all the pieces of bones flying. I just love doing that stuff. It's a challenge. I don't know. I remember researching broken skull, holes in faces.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hope the government doesn't check my research. People getting their face shot off.
Another one of my trademarks that I don't get from reference material because it doesn't exist is putting too much guts that a body can hold.
I can talk from experience. I had like a few inches removed, and that thing, when they take it out, it can do multiple rounds of an entire freaking room.
Oh yeah,
like I'm not kidding. Like my eyes opened during the operation, and I saw it. You saw all this.
So that might be the only realistic part about my art.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's that you think it might be too much, but it's just about right. But they said it in class, if you remember. An entire class, you can go around it about like 10 times easily.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. You have a lot of intestine, except you need them. So removing 15 inch changes everything.
Also, having all your internal organs outside of you is not good
Not
for your
very good.
survival.
No. Ça prend des portes western. So, you got 3 days left to go back this. Me, I'm going to finish this, that's for sure. You have any question, Beacon?
No, nothing to pop out.
And what are you working on?
He's doing my character too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'll zoom out to what I got so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's the name of that character again?
The Lamb.
The Lamb. Yeah. Why is he called the Lamb?
If
if it's not a spoiler, let's just.
Well, there's something biblical about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. But
yeah,
that's looking good, dude.
Thank you.
Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm not that vain.
I wanted to draw at the same time while I'm talking to, but I realized I can't even do two things at the same time.
Oh, it's so good. We've been doing that for a few years. At the beginning, I could not even talk while drawing. I was always the one doing the co-hosting and other people's stream because I can keep a subject if you keep interacting with me. But if I'm drawing, I'm zoning out.
Well, that's the thing. When I'm in like a Comic-Con at my table and I'm drawing, I can chat with people. But whenever I tried it like online for stuff like this, I couldn't do it. I couldn't manage it.
But it's like when I started doing streams, like a few years back, dude, I went on the show for an interview, and dude, I've done cons, I've done interviews, radio interviews, I did some TV interviews. I'm going on stream, and I get the panic attack, like I'm wet, like I came out of a shower, I'm having a towel in my head, I'm like, what the hell, am I having a heart attack here? Just out of nowhere, and then something popped in my mind. It's exactly it, because I was talking with people. I don't know why I get this nervous, and I'm like, I've been doing cons for years. It's just like a con, except online.
My problem is that I blank out. Like I'm talking about a subject, and someone says, "What's your favorite band?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." Suddenly, I forgot.
My line of thought was not going that direction.
I think it helps if people doing shows and they have like questions in advance, and I can write down the answers. Maybe that could help. It did happen a few times where people would do that.
Yeah, but it went pretty well right now. We just went with it, went over everything.
I think it's because I'm used to talking with you.
Well, yeah, we've known each other for over 10 years.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Like we technically like grew in comics together. Hey, what's up?
And not that many people do stuff like you in Montreal.
True.
You bridge the gap between. I mean, it's not superheroes, but you get that crowd, and you also get the horror crowd, you get the sci-fi crowd.
I like the thing is I try to mix like my manga anime influence, my animation background with my European and comic book. Like you're saying, I kind of bridge it, but I also get the flag that I'm not a Quebec comic book artist.
Well, you know our friend Emmanuel Filto.
Yeah.
He went full Mobius with his work.
I was telling him the same thing too. Like he went from, like I was telling Beacon, like I use him as a reference. Like Beacon, when you first started drawing, you did like the Centipede comic book, and it was very squarish and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Human Centipede. We did like a 24-hour comic on live stream, right?
No, I wasn't doing Human Centipede. I was doing Centaurpede.
Centaurpede. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, he was doing a joke of the Human Centipede, so Centaurpede, right? And I told him, I'm like, dude, throughout the years that we've been working together and seeing him level up, I'm like, you remind me of that guy that I know here, where he went from drawing very simplistic and squarish, and now he draws so pseudo Mobius. I'm like, just keep going at it.
He went like he got super technical.
Remember that guy I showed you that tells him the interface, Beacon?
I think so.
He had a little blue bird that's a bit like a Twitter bird as his emoji. I shared his campaign, his stuff a while back or a stream.
You should have him on the show.
I did invite him. He said he's gonna probably come when he goes live or something.
Okay.
I'm gonna help him promote his campaign. It's one of the things I'm trying to do. A bit more and promote people from here and everywhere. We're open to everybody. We're all about love here.
Because I went on a little tirade this week on Facebook.
Yeah, it sounded familiar and it rang to my heart.
Oh, I appreciate it.
A little tirade of how can you translate that saying? Oh, none is profit at home or something like that.
Yeah. There is an English saying. What is it?
I think Beacon would probably come up with it. Do you have an expression for the no one is profit at home, where people succeed? You have to succeed outside of your own place to be recognized or something.
Yeah, there's a saying.
I don't know about one, but the one that comes to mind is "Don't shit where you eat."
Close enough.
I got that comment this morning because on Facebook there's a group called Rate My Plate.
Mm-hmm.
And I posted my breakfast there, and someone told me exactly that.
So we're probably gonna cut it right here.
Okay.
I want to go eat something. Food is getting ready, and I'm sure Steph wants to probably go to bed or do something.
Well, I'm gonna keep drawing.
Yeah, go back to work since that's what I'm saying. So we kept him here long enough. I'm gonna be finishing this probably this weekend and send it to you, Steph, and share it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
People in the chat, go check out his book. People that watch after, go check out your book. He still has like 70 hours, so I know I get a lot of views afterwards. So go check out his book. The link is down below. You go show him some love. He's been doing it for a while, and he's one of those independent that's been, don't tell him what to do. Okay, he's gonna do what he likes, and you have to respect that. So, have a good one, everybody. You guys rock. If you guys are the actual dream makers here. So, have a good night. See you all tomorrow.
Later.
I see that story first. I feel that story first. I know those people first. When I put them down, they've already lived. And I put them down as I'd like them to live on those pages. My stories are very sincere.